but the attraction is like so important to me. And it's like, how can I develop that attraction if I can't see your whole face? My first pantry item. Oh gosh. And I put out some art. Hasana made this for me. I don't know how old she was when she made this. Yeah. So I don't know why I thought this rug was long enough to fit in front of the sink and the oven. Like there's a dip right here that like makes it stick out. So like if I try to like slide it in front of the oven, I mean, first of all, it's not long enough, but if I try to put it in front of the oven in the sink, it has to be like this far away from the sink to work because of the oven. But it doesn't work. Like it's not long enough. In my mind it looked long, but it doesn't. And then also I don't know if it's like clashing with this because it's so close to each other. Like I like this and I like this, but I don't know if they go together this close together. And I don't know if like you like can have a rug just in front of the sink and not in front of the stove too. So like this is why I don't decorate, because I have no idea. Like, should I get like an independent rug for in front of the sink and then an independent rug for in front of the stove? Like, so I didn't want to end up with too many rugs. That's why I like thought I'd get like one runner, but I like miscalculated the length of everything. I just don't want to end up with a situation where I just like have too many rugs, like kind of like the bathroom. I feel like I just have too many rugs, like bam, 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 they don't even go together. Like these two match, that one doesn't. But in the other apartment, these two were kind of off to the side, and this one was like in front of the shower, but now they're all together in a group. It just looks crazy. I don't know. So I'll just wear my slippers. I don't even want to do this. Like, so as I'm unpacking, I'm noticing the things that I don't use and don't need. And this is something that you guys can do before you pack. You can go through your things and minimize. But if you are someone like me that just kind of wants to get to the next destination, you can start minimizing your things as you're unpacking. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm starting right now a new Goodwill bag, and I bought some new clips that I thought were a little bit more appropriate for the refrigerator, or just kind of matched a little bit better. And so the colorful ones that I had before, I'm donating them. And I'm noticing that I just kind of have like way too many storage bins. So these are going in Goodwill as well. It's the two little racks I had hanging on the wall in the last apartment. So that's gonna go in my Goodwill bag. And I tried to organize this closet a little bit, but only one of these things can fit at a time, and I hate owning so many of these. So right now I have 2, and then I have a third one that I don't know kind of what to do with, and when I kind of get stuck like that, I just kind of just want to give it away. So like I tried to stick some things in it, but I'm thinking that I should just go ahead and donate the excess stuff that I don't need. So like I don't need this many straws, but I would like to keep the straw cleaner. And then this plastic one is my old straw that I had in my Hydro Flask. So I put one of the rubber ones in there, but I'm gonna keep the plastic one and the straw cleaner because that's really what I wanted, and just one additional straw. So I think that this straw is gonna get donated. This ice tray came as a 2-pack today. I got it from Home Goods. It was only $2.99. I don't need 2 ice trays, it's just me. Once I use it, I just fill it up as I go. So the second one is gonna get donated. Maybe I'll keep this basket to kind of keep my Swiffer stuff in, extra of these little plastic bags, and yeah. I don't know. I hate when I'm like trying to find things to stick into things, like buying things to find things to stick into things, if that makes sense. Kind of on the shelf, I don't really have any real organization going on here, but these are my 2 wires for my vacuum cleaners, and I try to keep those close because I keep losing them. Back there is just my eyeglasses. I've got a few eyeglass cases in that thing, which I might switch and put that on the counter. I'm not sure. I've got some extra Tupperware, gloves, extra sponges, my tray, and then these are laundry bags. I didn't really know where to put them, so they just kind of found their home there. My pantry is a little bare, but I did come from a micro studio apartment, so I didn't have a lot of space to keep a lot of groceries, but my refrigerator is bare as well. So, and the freezer is a little bit, the freezer is a little bit stuffed, but yeah. Why was that? It's a little shaky. Yeah. So I'm done with all my boxes. I ended up buying something that I didn't want to really buy, but I was kind of like running out of ideas for organization because I got rid of my cube storage unit. So I had like my underwear, my t-shirts, my tank tops, you know, those things in that cube storage. So I replaced the cube storage with these little bins from Target. They're $12.99 a piece. I got one for my underwear. This one's going to be for my t-shirts. I got tank tops down here, sports bras, and socks in this one. And then pants are folded. Work pants is gonna go here. And then I got some biker shorts that is gonna go here. And then kind of just like the top shelf here, I just kind of stuck like wigs and my printer, like my important folder that has like my passport in it. And then like my diplomas and my college degrees are kind of right there. And then suitcase is on the other side. So yeah, and then down here is just my I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but I have like a bunch of like sweatshirts and things that I haven't opened, like sweatshirts, t-shirts, sweaters, jeans, things that I haven't opened yet. So I put that there, and I actually need to go through that because I have to take a picture of a sweatshirt. I think I'm gonna actually just take it down. I don't have time to really sell that. It's gonna be annoying. Yeah, so still straightening up. These 2 things are still in very good condition, but I don't need them anymore. They used to go underneath my bed, but I kind of don't want anything under my bed in this apartment. So I think that these are both gonna get donated to Goodwill. I don't really want to. I like them, but I don't really have anywhere to put them. I mean, I can store them in the closet, but I don't like having things just kind of sitting in the closet that I'm not actually using, if that makes sense. I kind of like want to be using everything that I own. And so like, that's why having so many storage bins kind of bothers me a little bit, because it's like, I mean, I'm going to use the stuff in this bin, you know, the Swiffer things. It goes with my Swiffer vac. In here, I just have my boxes. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep the boxes for the next move or if I should just go ahead and throw them away. I mean, I keep having to buy boxes every time I move, so it kind of makes more sense to just hang on to them, I guess. And I put my towels up here. I didn't really know where to put them. My towels they're so colorful. Like, one is like a peach color, blue color, and then I've got a yellow one in here. And this little shelf thing is for towels, but I kind of like wanted all my towels to be the same color, but then as I was like trying to buy towels at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever, I just kind of just couldn't justify spending the money when I have towels that are still like in good condition. Do you know what I mean? So it didn't make any sense to like buy new towels if my towels are still working. And so also, because this apartment has just the one little vent for the heater, it does get cold when I'm trying to go to sleep. And I think that's because like my bed is over here by the balcony when it kind of should be here where the heat is. Sorry, my hands are kind of dry. But anyway, it should be over here by the closet, and my couch should be there, but I don't have a couch right now, so that's why the bed is there. But I kind of wanted the bed close to the TV, because if the bed's over here, I'm not going to be able to see the TV over there. But I can put the TV over there, but I want it right there. So I don't know. We're still figuring it out. This is day 2 of moving in, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys that I pretty much don't own that much stuff, and like how frustrated I get when I have to like purchase new items whenever I change apartments. That's like one of the things that bothers me the most, is like buying new items for a new apartment. I kind of just want to move in with the things that I already have and just be content with the things that I already have, instead of like browsing Home Goods for things I don't need. Like, I ended up buying like some plates here, and I think I only bought them because they said Nautica. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason I bought them. They were nice. They're like those bowl type plates. They're kind of heavy, but I'll show you. So they have like the little dip in them. I thought they were nice, but I don't need 4 plates. I kind of just want to keep 2 and donate 2. Like, mate, let's do that. I'm gonna keep 2 and I'm gonna donate 2, because I don't need 4 plates. Like, where am I going and who am I? Like, I have one bowl. I love these bowls from Target. They're only like $1.50, but they're like really good for cereal. That's the Project 62 bowls. And then I ended up buying this. I don't know why, don't ask me, but these are like really good for like when you cook something and you want to take it to work. And they're like a nice little conversation starter, which I hate. So I don't know why I bought it, but I got it from Home Goods. You know, Home Goods, and not Home Goods. I got it from Marshalls. And you know how Marshalls is. When you go inside Marshalls, you kind of just like, you're going in there with the intention of getting one thing and you end up leaving with 50. And so anyway, so we're gonna separate some of those plates, and I'm gonna put those in the donation, and I'm gonna put these little plastic items in the donation. This thing, I'm still trying to decide. I really like this, and I don't want to give it away, because I had like 5 or 6 of these, and I ended up giving them all away in the past, and then I wanted them back. And I only did that because I was downgrading into a micro studio, and I felt like I didn't need this many wire baskets. And so I ended up giving them away for free. And then I was like, oh, I want them back. So when I tried to like find them, I couldn't find them anymore. It's like they were vanished from Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Like, nobody had them. So when I found this one, I was like, I'm going to keep this one. I'm not going to give this one away. So I think I'm going to hold on to that one. And then I'm still trying to decide on the rug. I like this rug and I like this rug, but they don't really go. But I kind of like, it's my style. So why does it matter? Like, who am I trying to impress here? Am I trying to impress you guys, or am I trying to impress myself? You know, because if I like it, isn't that all that matters? If I'm the one that likes it, that seems like it would be the most important thing here. So it doesn't matter if like anybody else doesn't like the matchization, the non-matching of this situation. But I really like this rug. Like, I bought it because I liked it. Like, and I rarely like stuff, especially home improvement stuff. So like, I'm keeping it. I'm gonna sleep on it, but I think I'm gonna keep it. So I'm not 100% sure this is something that I want to talk about or even share, but I wanted to like document the journey, I guess, just in case it's something that I decide to share like down the line. So today I went to a doctor's appointment with the intention of talking about weight management, diet, anxiety, and the anxiety talk kind of got like really personal, and it kind of unlocked conversations about depression, things I really didn't want to talk about. And the doctor started recommending like psychiatric medications. And working as a therapist in the emergency room, I'm always like kind of seeing patients in crisis. And so I didn't really want to do medication. Medication was not something that I felt like I needed. But her listening to like everything that's kind of going on in my personal life, she was saying that I'm probably just existing rather than enjoying my life. And so that pretty much made sense to me. So she recommended that I start taking Zoloft, or generic sertraline. And she said that she's taken it before and it's something that's helped her. I don't know if she was just saying that to kind of get me to take the medication. I told her like how I felt about it. And she wanted me to kind of start on a low dose just to kind of see how I felt. I know like with psychiatric medications, it takes about 3 weeks to start working and getting in your system so that you start feeling like the effects of it. So she wanted me to kind of give it a try. And then after a month, I'm going to come back and then talk to her. So like I was really concerned about like a lot of my patients, when I see them in crisis, they tell me like psychiatric medications cause like suicidal thoughts, like decreased sex drive, things like that. And she said that that's kind of more in like the younger kids that it causes like the suicidal thoughts, not necessarily like in adults. But she said that when people have like strong religious faith and they are not somebody who would even consider suicide, that's not something that they particularly worry about with people, you know, that don't believe in like suicide. And so she was like, that's not something that we're worried about. But if it is something that starts, I will definitely let her know immediately, you know, so that I can get off of it, because I don't take psychiatric meds. Not to say that there's anything wrong with it. It's just like not something that I felt like I needed. Usually like when patients are taking psychiatric medications, their mental health issues become so unmanageable for them, where they need something to kind of help them feel better and kind of boost their mood a little bit so that they can start working on what's even causing the anxiety and the depression. And for me, I've been like kind of trying to skip the medication and go straight to like working on the issue. And I don't think that I'm actually doing that. I think that I'm kind of just like waking up, going to work, spending the day kind of taking care of other people, laughing and joking at work with coworkers, and I'm not really even having like real conversations with them. Like my conversations are just kind of like in the moment conversations, whatever is funny, whatever sounds like, you know, would make them laugh. Like I kind of just like, and then I share like certain parts of my life. They're not always necessarily the whole story. It's just like a glimpse. And I don't want to get close to anybody that I work with. And so I just kind of like keep a wall up, but still kind of try to be friendly. And so I think that that person is not like who I truly am. And she thinks that like taking this medication is going to kind of help me feel a little bit better. And she was like, this is not something that has to be permanent. This could just be for right now while you kind of figure out and work on what's bothering you. And she also thinks that the depression and the anxiety that I experience is kind of connected to the weight loss issue, like why I'm struggling so much to lose weight. And she thinks that like once I start taking the medication, I'm going to start to feel just a little bit better enough to like where I'm like able to start working on weight loss and having those conversations about diet. Because like even though I have the will to like want to lose weight, it's like the motivation is not there because the depression is kind of like taking over too much to where I can't do the things that I want to do. So we're going to try the medication. I'm going to give it a try. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that it doesn't work and I need to like try something else or just get off of it altogether. And she started me on a low dose, which is 25 milligrams for the first 7 days. And then after 7 days, then I bump it up to 50 milligrams talking about it just feels so weird because I always like said I don't think that I need medication. I think that I'm like able to function and live life without it, and you know, continue to help people that do need medication. I don't ever think that I'm like that depressed where I'm like needing medication, but maybe I am. Like, maybe I am as depressed as my patients, which is bad because like, am I like allowed to like still take care of them if I'm not doing well? Like, I have been, you know, taking care of them even though I'm not doing well, but like, should I be? I don't know. And that's like part of the reason why I'm like kind of nervous about documenting this, because yeah, I just don't know. So I went and got the second rug, and I don't know if I like it like this. Like, I liked it just one, but I didn't like that it didn't go in front of the stove. But now that I got the second rug, it looks like too much. And then I don't like that it's like a little gap because of the stove. I mean, I like this rug. I think it's just too much rug. And it doesn't go in front of the fridge. Like, it's just, like, the symmetry is just off. I can slide it down. I can slide it down some so it's not like in front of the dishwasher.
Against the patient's will that restricts freedom of movement or normal access to one's body. So the physical restraint is like we holding them. We're not allowing them to move because they did something that was unacceptable in the unit. They've been a threat to themselves and others, so that warrants a physical restraint. So when we do that physical restraint, all documentations has to be done and completed for anything.
So I just came from training, so I'm like super sweaty. But like, I was thinking something like while I was in training, because we were getting trained by these two guys, and one of the guys, he was telling us like we should go home and like practice the moves on our like significant others, our kids, and all this stuff, just being funny or whatever. But I was just like, no, I don't have anybody at home to practice with. So like, as he was walking me outside, he was like, did you say that you were single? And I was like, yeah, I'm single. And he's like, why? I was like, well, because I don't date really. It's like no reason to date. I mean, when you're Muslim, it's like you're not really supposed to be dating. You're supposed to kind of like be finding someone with the intention of marrying them. And you're supposed to be basically courting each other and, you know, just basically preparing for marriage. A lot of the things that you do is supposed to be chaperoned, and it's just too much to date someone, and I really don't feel like it. And if you want to do it wrong, you can do it the American way, where everything is private between the two of you. You're going on several dates, you're hooking up, all that stuff. And I just don't feel like doing it the wrong way anymore, but doing it the right way is like way too exhausting. And then also, like, how do you date someone, you know, in 2020, 2021, like, how am I supposed to date someone when I can only see like a certain part of your face? Like, literally, like, how everybody looks attractive with their mask on. Like, everybody looks attractive. And then when they take their mask off and you see the lower half of their face, it's like, people take their mask off and you don't think that they look like what they look like, you know? And I just don't want to like agree to like go out on a date with someone and then like find out that the lower half of their face is just like not something I'm attracted to. And like the reason why I'm saying this is because there's like certain people that like try to talk to me and I just know that I'm not attracted to them, but sometimes I'll try to force like conversation with them because like they're nice. And like if they're nice, I'm like still, you know, trying to hang out with them, trying to find qualities in them that would make me like want to like them. But the attraction is like so important to me, and it's like, how can I develop that attraction if I can't see your whole face? So I was like, okay, let me try getting 2 rugs. But I can't tell if like this is just too much rug. But I know like as soon as I take this one back, I'm gonna want it again, and then I'm gonna go try to look for it and it's gonna be gone. And so it's like, should I just keep it? Or like, should I get rid of it? I don't think there's enough hallway. It should be longer. I don't know what this, I can put it in front of the door. Homegirl's gonna be like, why are you dragging our rug all over the floor and then trying to bring it back? It's like rubbing. It's rubbing. 1 rug or 2 rugs. I can't decide if I want to keep just one or if I want both. you.